Today we are starting with the second part of Maths chapter AP. Let's do just 4 sums in here. In the second part, I'll try to do the third part as well today. So if 8 times the eighth term, this is 8 times the eighth term. There is h over here. 8 times the eighth term of an AP is equal to 15 times its 15th term. Find the 23rd term. So they are saying that 8 times the 8th term is equal to 15 times its 15th term. We have to find 23rd term. We have to find 23rd term. Okay, so how to write this? 8 bracket a plus 7d. Right? 8th term is a plus 7d. 15 bracket 15th term is a plus 14d. 8 times its 8th term is equal to 15 times the 15th term. So simplifying this further, 8a plus 56d is equal to 15a plus 15 into 14. 15 into 14 will be 210. Right? So 15a minus 8a is equal to 210d minus 56d. I'm sorry, they are all on the same side, so there is no equal to. 15a minus 8a is equal to, sorry, not is equal to, plus 210d minus 56d is equal to 0. So if you solve this, 15a minus 8a will be 7a. 210a minus 56a will be minus 154d, minus 154, sorry, plus 154. If you take out 7 common, so a plus 22d will become 0, and a plus 22d is equal to 0 by 7, which is equal to 0. A plus 22d, what is a plus 22d? That is 23rd term, a23, which is 0. 23rd term is 0. So we found the 23rd term. Now there is a pattern over here. Always remember what is the pattern here. You have to solve, you cannot use the pattern directly, but always try to remember the pattern. So if you come across the similar question in examination, you know already what will be the answer. So suppose you have got, suppose let's say 5 times the 5th term is equal to 13 times the 13th term. Suppose you have got this. Okay. Then what is the 18th term? They will ask you a question like this. Now you see the pattern. 5 plus 13 is 18. 5 plus 13 is 18. So 18th term is 0. 18th term is 0. Okay, directly we can write the answer. If 5 times the 5th term is equal to 13 times the 13th term, 18th term will be 0. You can directly write this. So this is the pattern. But if you know the answer, that if the answer is 0, you have to solve and show it like this. So solution has to be given. You cannot do it directly, right? But you should know the answer directly. Let's go on the second question. Find the numbers of natural numbers between 20 and 80 which are divisible by 3, not divided by 3, there is a typing error here, which are divisible by 3, right? So find the number of natural numbers between 20 and 80 which are divisible by 3. Okay. Now the natural numbers which are bigger than 20 and divisible by 20, which is the first natural number which is divisible by 3 and bigger than 20? So 21. 21 is the first natural number between 20 and 80 which is divisible by 3. 21 is the first natural number between 20 and 80 which is divisible by 3. Also we should know which is the last number. So 81 is divisible by 3, right? So if we subtract 3 from 81, what we will get? 78. So 78, 7 plus 8 is 15. By this division and the property of division by 3, that if you add the digits, if the number obtained is divisible by 3, then the given number is divisible by 3. So 78, which is nearest to 80 and smaller than 80, gives you 7 plus 8, which is 15, which is divisible by 3, right? So if 15 is divisible by 3, then 78 is also divisible by 3. So also 78 is the last number between 20 and 80 which is divisible by 3. 78 is the last number between 20 and 80 which is divisible by 3. Okay, so therefore first term which is equal to A is 21. Common difference, because all the numbers are divisible by 3, so the common difference would be 3. All are multiples of 3, so common difference will be 3. Last term, that is nth term, which is an, is 78, and what we have to find is n. So we'll apply the formula of nth term. Nth term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Nth term is 78, first term is 21, n I don't know, d is 3. So 78 minus 21 is equal to 3 bracket n minus 1. So 78 minus 21 is 57. Divide by 3 is equal to n minus 1. 57 by 3 is 19. 19 plus 1 is equal to n, and therefore n is equal to 20. So number of natural numbers between 20 and 80 which are divisible by 3 is 20. 20 is the answer, right? So you understood the method. Let's go ahead. How many whole numbers, each divisible by 7, lie between 200 and 500? Now see here, the divisibility is by 7. Now which is the first whole number which is divisible by 7 and greater than 200? So for this you should know the table of 200. Now I know in the, not the table of 200, I'm sorry, the table of 7. So if you know 30 multiplied by 7, what is 30 sevens are? 30 sevens is 210. And if you subtract 7 from 210, you get 203, which is very close to 200, right? And 203 you will get when you multiply 29 sevens. If you want, you can check. 29 sevens are 9 sevens are 63, 6, 7 twos are 14 plus 6, 20. 203. It is the smallest number, or you can say uh, the smallest number between 200 and 500. The number just greater than 200 or closest to 200, which is divisible by 7, right? So this is the first number. Therefore, we can write the first term, that is a, is equal to 203, right? What will be the common difference here? Common difference is b, which is 7, because all are multiples of 7. What is the nth term? Last term, nth term. So we can figure it out. Now see, smaller than 500, what I can figure it is 490. 490 is very very close to 500 and it is divisible by 7. Now what is 490? How can it like what uh, di- what multiplied by 7 gives you 490? So 7 multiplied by 70 is 490. So can you guess what is 7 multiplied by 71? We can still try growing closer. 497. So if you multiply 7 by 71, you get 497. So the last term, which is closest to 500, smaller than 500, is and divisible by 7 is 497, right? So what we have to find? Number of terms, number of whole numbers. So nth term, the formula is a plus n minus 1 into d. So 497 is equal to 203 plus n minus 1 into d is 7. So 497 minus 203 is equal to 7 bracket n minus 1. 7 minus 3 is 4, 9 minus 0 is 9, 4 minus 2 is 2. 294 divided by 7 is equal to n minus 1. Now if you divide this, what you will get? 7 fours are 28 and 7 twos are 14 plus 1 is equal to n, and therefore n is equal to 43. So there are 43 whole numbers between 200 and 500 which are divisible by 7. Next question. Which term of the AP 4, 11, 18, 25 and so on is 42 more than its 25th term? So what is the first term? First term is 4. What is the common difference? A2 minus A1, that is 11 minus 4, and that is 7. 7 is the common difference. First term is 4, common difference is 7. Okay. Now we can find the 25th term. The 25th term will be A plus 24D. A plus 24D. So A is 4 plus 24 multiplied by 7. 4 plus. Now if you find 24 into 7, just a moment, I'll just find. Why should I? 168. So 168 plus 4 is 172, right? So that is the 25th term. Now if you add 42 in the 25th term, you will find the term which is required. So the required term, let the required term be an. So we have to find that term an. And what is an equal to? That nth term an is equal to 42 more than 25th term. 42 plus 825, that is 42 plus 172. So that is 4 214, right? 214. So we can find that term. I think we have found that term, but we have to find what is the number of that term. When they are asking here which term of the AP, they are asking that number of the term, right? So we can find the number of the term. I'll show you how to find. Nth term is 240. So A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 240. So A is 4 plus n minus 1. D is 7, 214. So n minus 1 into 7 is equal to 214 minus 4. N minus 1 into 7 is equal to 210. N minus 1 is equal to 210 by 7. N minus 1 is equal to 30. N is equal to 30 plus 1, which is 31. So the 31st term is 42 more than 25th term. So you can write the answer like this. 31st term of the given AP is 42 more than its 25th term, right? So this is how you want to solve this. Okay, so part B is over. Exercise 10B, all the questions based on exercise 10B I have done. Now I'm starting with the next part, which is sum of n terms of an AP. So the topic is sum of n terms of an AP. So what do you mean by sum of n terms of an AP? Suppose the first term is A, second term is A plus D, third term is A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, and so on up to the nth term. This is the last term, nth term. This is the first term and this is the last term. So suppose you have to find the sum of n terms. What are you doing? You are doing A plus D plus A plus 2D plus A plus 3D plus A plus 4. You are adding all the terms plus up to nth term. So if you add all those terms, you get the sum of n terms, right? But in AP, we have a simple formula for finding sum of n terms. I'll show you two versions of that formula. Okay, so you have to remember this formula. The formula says sum of n terms is equal to n by 2 bracket A plus L. And you know what is L over here? See, we know A is the first term. L is the last term. Sometimes they give you last term also. So this formula is useful. And there is one more formula. If you don't have last term, n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d bracket close. N by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So either this formula or this formula. One of these two formulae will help you to find the sum of n terms. Remember these formulae. Write it down. Right? So the next part, the C part, is based on these two formulas. Let's start with the C part. First, find the sum of first 20 terms. What you have to find? Sum of first 20 terms of the AP which is given over here. So what is the first term of the AP? 5. What is the common difference of this AP? A2 minus A1. That is second term minus first term. That is 8 minus 5. That is 3. Right? So we know the common difference. We know the first term. We can find the sum of 20 terms. So sum of 20 terms. So what is the formula? We don't know the last term, so we'll use this formula. n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d bracket close. What is n? N is 20. We have to find sum of 20 terms means n is 20. So 20 by 2 bracket 2 into a. A is the first term 5 plus n minus 1, that is 20 minus 1 into d. D is 3. 20 by 2 is 10 bracket 10 plus 19 into 3. Now be very careful because you have to apply BODMAS here. First you will multiply. Inside the bracket, first you will carry out multiplication of 19 into 3. Then you will add the answer to 10. So 10 bracket 10 plus, what is 19 threes? 57. So 57 plus 10, 67 into 10, 670. So the sum of first 20 terms of this AP is 670. Next question. Find the sum of first 10 terms, right? N is 10. Sum of first 10 terms has to be found. What is the first term? 8. What is the common difference? 4 minus 8. Second term minus first term. Minus 4. Common difference? The first term and number of terms. Sum of 10 terms will be n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d bracket close. So n is 10 by 2 bracket 2 into 8 plus n minus 1, that is 10 minus 1 into d, and d is minus 4. So 10 by 2 is 5, 16 plus 10 minus 1 is 9 into minus 4. So 5 into 16 minus 36. So 5 into minus 20, which is minus 100. That is the sum of first 10 terms of this AP. Very easy, right? Formula based question. Okay, find the sum of first 40 terms of an AP. So number of terms is 40. You have to find sum of first 40 terms, whose fourth term is 8 and sixth term is 14. So fourth term, A4, is 8 and sixth term is 18. Sixth term is 14, I'm sorry. So how can you write fourth term? Now we don't know, see, we don't know A, we don't know D, but we can find them. See, I'll tell you how to find. When you are directly given some random terms of an AP, if you have got two terms, then you can certainly find A and D very easily. See how. Fourth term is 8. How can you write fourth term? A plus 3D is equal to 8. Equation number 1. Sixth term is 14. A plus 5D is equal to 14. Equation number 2. Now what I'll do is subtracting equation 1 and 2. I'm using the method of elimination by equating coefficient. Pair of linear equation in two variables, simultaneous linear equation, right? So a plus 5d is equal to 14 minus a plus 3d is equal to 8. Minus, minus, minus. A minus a will cut 5. 5d minus 3d is 2d. 14 minus 8 is 6. So therefore d is equal to 6 by 2, which is 3. D is equal to 3. We got D. Now we can substituting D is equal to 3 in equation 1. So A plus 3 bracket 6 is equal to 8. So A plus 18 is equal to 8. Therefore A is equal to 8 minus 18, which is minus 10. I got A, that is the first term. Common difference I got, which is 3. Now I have to find the sum of first 40 terms. S 40 is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So S40 is equal to 40 by 2 bracket 2a, that is 2 into minus 10 plus, just a moment, 2 into minus 10 plus n minus 1, that is 40 minus 1 into d, which is 3. Okay, so this will be 20 bracket minus 20 plus 40 minus 1 is 39, and 39 threes are 39 threes is 117, because 40 threes is 120, so 117, right? So 20 multiplied by 117 minus 20, 117, is it correct? 2 into a is a, why am I getting a 10? Actually a is minus 1, I'm getting minus 10. Let me check. D is 3, that is correct. So a plus 3d is equal to 8. So a plus 18 is equal to 8. 8 minus 18 minus 10, it is correct. There seems to be some printing mistake in the textbook. So 117 minus 20 is, I don't think the answer will be correct. There is some mistake in this form. A plus 3d is equal to 8. Let me check. Please let me check. Okay, I got my mistake. I had made a very silly mistake, very silly mistake in this step. This common difference is 3. I took it as 6. Anyways, so this becomes 3 threes are 9. So this will get cut, and so this will be 9, and 8 minus 9. Yeah, I made a mistake. 8 minus 9 will be minus 1. Right, so everything is going to change over here. So the first term is different, right? So here minus 1 will be there. This will change. Okay, this will be minus 2 plus 117, that is 115. Okay, got it. 2300, that is the sum of 40 terms. So I made a mistake and then I corrected it. It's possible. Great. Next question. For the AP 10, 15, 20, 195, find the number of terms in the above AP and the sum of all its terms. So the first term is 10. The common difference is 15 minus 10, which is 5. The last term, that is nth term, is 195. First, they are asking us to find the number of terms, that is n. And then they are asking the sum of all its terms, that is S of n. Very easy. First, apply the formula of nth term. Nth term is a plus n minus 1 into d. So nth term is 195, we already know it. First term is 10 plus n minus 1 into d is 5. So 195 minus 10 is equal to 5 bracket n minus 1. So 195 minus 10 is 185, divided by 5 is equal to n minus 1. So 5 5 threes are 15 and 5 sevens are 35 plus 1 is equal to n. Therefore, n is equal to 38. So that last term 195 is the 38th term. Now we have to find the sum of 38 terms. So I'll use the formula n bracket a plus l. That is the formula, right? N by 2 bracket a plus l. N by 2 bracket a plus l. So n is 38. 38 by 2 bracket a is 10. Last term is 195. So 38 by 2 into 205. So 38 by 2 is 19 into 205, which is, check, 3895. 3895. 3895, yes. So that's the sum of all its uh, 38 terms. Very easy question, very simple topic, formula based. Find the sum of first 16 terms of a sequence whose nth term is given by Tn is equal to 5n minus 3. See, nth term, they have given the formula for nth term. Tn is equal to 5n minus 3. So, how to write nth term? See, some people they write it as, in some books they write it as Tn, some books they write it as a of n. So, nth term is 5n minus 3. Can you tell me what will be T1, that is the first term? 5 bracket 1 minus 3, that is 2. Can you tell me what will be the second term? 5 bracket 2 minus 3, 7. Can you tell me what is the common difference? 7 minus 2, which is 5. So we got the first term 2, we got the common difference 5. Now we have to find the sum of first 16 terms, right? So n is 16. We have to find s of 16, that is n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So 16 by 2 bracket 2a. What is the first term? First term is 2. So 2 into 2. This is a, okay? First term is 2. Plus n. N is 16 minus 1 into what is d? 5. So 16 by 2 is 8. 2 2s are 4. Plus 16 minus 1 is 17 into 5. 16 minus 1 is 15. See, again I'm making silly mistakes. These kind of mistakes also happens with you in exam. It happens to any human being. We can't do anything about it. Only we have to be more aware. So 15 into 5. So 8 multiplied by 15 fives are 75. 75 plus 4 is 79. 79 eights are. So your answer will be 632. 79 eights are 632. Right? So that was also a simple question. So if you have been given in the form of nth term any question, you can put the value of n in the formula of nth term, get the first term, second term by putting 1 and 2, find the common difference, and then you can get whatever you want. How many terms of the AP be taken so that their sum is 252? Great. So the first term is 43, right? What is the common difference? 39 minus 43, that is minus 4, right? 39 minus 43 is minus 4, that's a common difference. Now they are asking that how many terms should be taken. So n is how much? Such that s of n is 252, right? So I will write the formula of s of n, sum of n terms, n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Sum of n terms is 252. N by 2 bracket 2a 2 into 43 plus n minus 1 into d, right? So you have to solve this and get n. Let's see how to do it. First, I will take this 2 over to the other side. So it will become 252 multiplied by 2 is equal to n bracket. What is 43 twos are? 86 plus, okay, this is not minus 4. This is multiplied by minus 4. So what is going to happen is 4 is going to be multiplied with n, minus 4. So you get minus 4n. And minus 4 is going to get multiplied with minus 1. So plus 4. So 252 twos are is 504 is equal to 86n plus 4 minus 4n. Let me simplify this over here. So 504 minus 4 is equal to 86n minus 4n is 82n. Right? Everything is correct, right? Let me check if I have made any mistakes or not. No, there is some mistake. There is an n outside which I should have multiplied inside with everything, which I did not multiply. Yeah, so I was expecting a quadratic equation. That's why I suspected that there is a silly mistake by me. Cool. So this will become 504. This will become n bracket 86 plus 4 minus 4n. Now it is correct. So this will become 504 is equal to 86. Sorry. Again. See, 86 plus 4 is 90. And 90 into n is 90n. 90 90 into n is 90n and minus 4n square. So I think you can take out something common and simplify this. 504 is equal to, if I take out 2 common, right, this will be 45n minus 2n square. And 2 will get divided over here, so it will become 252 is equal to 45n minus 2n square, or 2n square minus 45n plus 252 is equal to 0. Right, so what I'm going to do is 252 minus 252 into 2. Okay, so 252 twos are 504. If I take out factors of 504, I should get 45. So let me show you over here quadratic factorization by splitting the middle term of quadratic equation. So 252s are 2 ones are, and this will be 26 are. Great. 2 63s are, 3 21s are, 3 7s are, and 7 ones are. So these are the factors. Now I have to take two factors out of these such that the sum of those factors is minus 45 and the product is plus 504. Let's check. Okay, 2 twos are 4, 2s are 8, 3s are 24, and 7 threes are 21. Yes, 24 and 21. Yes, you see this is 24 and this is 21. 21 plus 24 is 45. So 24 and 21 are the two required factors. If I put negative sign in front of both of them and I multiply, I get plus 504. But if I add them, I get minus 45. So 2n square minus 24n plus, sorry, minus 21n minus 21n plus 252 is equal to 0. So 2n comes out common over here. N minus 12 remains inside the bracket, minus, if 21 comes out the bracket, hey, there is some problem here. 24 will remain inside. What is the issue? There is some problem here. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8, 3s are 24, 21, 504. Okay, 1 second. So 2n square minus 24n. If 2n, yeah, it's perfect. And 21n, 21 comes out, then how come? What is this? 1 second, what is wrong? Okay, I was just getting confused without any reason. So n minus 12, I thought this is 504. This is 252. So n minus 12 will remain inside, is equal to 0. So 2n minus 21 bracket n minus 12 is equal to 0. Therefore 2n minus 21 is equal to 0, or n minus 12 is equal to 0. Therefore n is equal to 21 by 2, or n is equal to 12. Now we already know the number of terms cannot be in fractions. So the answer is n. So the question was, now this was very interesting question because it took a very long time to figure out. Many places we were stuck, or about to get wrong answers, but I'm sorry, we got the correct answer. So how many terms of these AP must be taken so that their sum is 252? 12 terms. The answer is 12 terms. So quadratic equation, if they appear in your question, it's going to be tough. So these type of questions, be very, very careful. Last question of so the first term is 20. The common difference is 19 1 by 3 minus 20, which is minus 2 by 3. I took minus 3 by 4, did I? Shit, that was so stupid. Okay, n we don't know, and sum of n terms is 300. So we have to take the formula for sum of n terms, which is equal to n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. 300 is equal to n by 2 bracket 2 into 20 plus n minus 1 into d is minus 2 by 3. First I will shift this 2, multiply with 300, becomes 600 is equal to n bracket 40 minus 2n by 3. 40 minus 2n by 3. Okay, minus 2 by 3 into n is minus 2n by 3 plus 2 by 3. Now if you want, just go down a little. Now we can take LCM of the bracket. So 40 by 1 minus 2n by 3 plus 2 by 3 . So 600 is equal to n bracket 40 into 3 is 120 minus 2n plus 2 the whole by 3. 3 will get shifted and get multiplied with 600. So 1800 is equal to n bracket 120 plus 2 is 122 minus 2n. You can take out 2 common from here. So 1800 is equal to 2n bracket 61 minus n. If you divide 2 to this side by this side, so you'll get 1800 by 2 is equal to n bracket 61 minus n. So 900 is equal to 61n minus n square. So n square minus 61n plus 900 is equal to 0. Now the factors of 900 with which you are going to get 61, and 33, 30 into 30 is 900, right? But I want 61. Any way of getting 61 from 900? Let's check. So 900, the factors of 900 are 2, 450s are 2, 225s are 3, 75s are 3, 25s are 5, 5s are 5, 1s are. Okay, so 2 2s are 4, 3s are 12, 3s are 36 and 25. 25 plus 36, I think we'll get it. 5 plus 6, 11, and yeah, 61. Great. So let me write over here 900. 2 factor of plus 900 will be 25 and 36, both minus. Yeah. So n square minus 25n minus 36n plus 900 is equal to 0. So n bracket n minus 25 minus 36n, I'm sorry, minus 36 bracket n minus 25 is equal to 0, right? 36 into 25 is 900. Therefore n minus 36 bracket n minus 25 is equal to 0. Therefore n minus 36 is equal to 0, or n minus 25 is equal to 0. If the product of two numbers is 0, one of them must be 0. Therefore n is equal to 36 or n is equal to 25. We are getting double answer. We are getting two answers. Two numbers as the answer. So in many questions they will ask, explain the double answer. Why are you getting the double answer? See, because this AP is a reducing AP. The value of AP is getting reduced as you move ahead. So there will be two instances where the sum will be 300, because there are negative numbers also coming up in this sequence. So what you will write? You will write that therefore sum of 36 terms is equal to sum of 25 terms is equal to 300. Why the double answer? Because you can write that we get a double answer because the sum of 26th term to 36th term must become 0. It's possible that 26th term to 36th term, all the numbers are plus and minus both in this AP, positive and negative both. So they will all get cut with each other, and the sum of 26th term to 36th term will be 0, right? So sum of 25 terms is also 300 and sum of 36 terms is also 300. So you can get a double answer like that. It's not explained in the textbook, but I'm just giving you some extra information. Right, so that was your part number 3, part C. So we have completed 10B and 10C part. Solved examples, you have to complete exercise 10B and 10C. right? For other students, for CBSE students, I will tell you which exercise you have to complete. CBSE and ICSE both have this chapter. So the topics are absolutely same, right? So you know what to solve now. See you later in the next class.